Hello, viewers. Welcome to Value Answers in Startup Talk series. And today we have with us Swati Pandey, who is the co-founder for Arboreal. Let's in fact speak to Swati and ask her about a startup, about a journey. Over to you, Swati. If you can just explain to us and tell us something about your startup. Firstly,
Right.
over to you.
Thank you, Ashish, for having me. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Arboreal. Arboreal is a plant biotechnology startup, and we are working towards natural preventive solutions for diabetes and obesity. So our first product is a plant called stevia. So in Hindi, it's called Meethi Tulsi as well. It's a completely natural zero-calorie sweetener which comes from a plant. So we do everything end to end, right from actually working with smallholder farmers to grow this plant to extracting the sweet compounds from it and then developing formulations that we then take to the market. So we do everything end to end. And although I call Arboreal a plant biotechnology startup, we have a very major component of agri-tech and food technology as well. So we lie somewhere at the intersection of biotechnology, agri-technology, and food tech.
That's great. That's great. So let me ask you that what inspired you to start this initiative and to in fact to get into this venture.
Right. So there was a very big personal motivation. My mother has been a diabetic for the last 25 years, and I have seen her struggle, with diabetes from very close quarters. And she's somebody who really enjoys sweets, and she's somebody who really can't live without sweets. And so I saw that a product like this had the potential to actually make a difference to the lives of so many other people like her as well. So like I said, that stevia is a zero-calorie natural sweetener that can be used, in our food products, just like sugar, right? And it's already replacing sugar and artificial sweeteners in food and beverage products globally. So that was one major, personal motivation. And then obviously the second angle is the farmer's angle because this is a natural product. So it needs to grow somewhere, on the farms. And we've been working with smallholder farmers in the rural areas of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand as well. So there was a huge opportunity to actually make an impact, there as well. And the third part is the commercial opportunity. We could see that, this entire trend or the shift towards, healthier products, was happening. And when we got into this business about 5 years ago, 2015, this trend was still new and it was picking up. So we saw that opportunity. So all these three things that are, very important to me personally, being able to make an impact, personal motivation as well, which is linked to my mother's health, as well as the farmers angle. So everything kind of came together.
That's great. That's great. So you had any in terms of the background in terms of background since you are into crop cultivation as well. So do you have any kind of a background in terms of farming and all?
No, not at all. No formal background as such. I've obviously learned a lot, over the last 5 years now that we're working in this area. But by background, I'm a mechanical engineer. I went to IIT Dhanbad and then I did MSc in sustainable energy from Imperial College in London. And then I worked in consulting and venture capital and, worked on in a very, diverse areas before I decided to kind of jump into agri and biotechnology full time. So I don't have a formal background, but I've been learning on the job.
That's great. That's great. So if we have to talk about in terms of reaching to your, to your set of target audience, so how are you right now approaching your customers and how you are trying to promote your brand right now?
Right. So we have been a B2B company, right? We work with other food and beverage companies. But we have recently launched our first B2C product, which is Magically Stevia. It's a tabletop sweetener. We launched it in December last year, and then in March lockdown hit, so that did have an impact. But we have picked up, really well in the last few months. It is a fairly new brand, but we have received a lot of love from our customers. Our customers are primarily, people who have diabetes or who are looking after their weight, trying to lose weight. Although this is a product that's, safe for everyone, and in our opinion, really everyone should be consuming it, because the amount of sugar that even a normal average person today consumes is not healthy at all. So we do think that this is a very good, healthy alternative to sugar, and everybody should, think about, incorporating it in their diets. But initially, most of our customers are people who are diabetic or who are trying to lose weight. We are primarily selling online right now, so we are available on Amazon, Flipkart, and we sell on our website as well.
That's nice. That's nice. So since you said that you are also you are also a B2B brand as a B2C brand.
Yeah.
As of now, which all markets when it comes to the B2B category,
Yeah.
which all markets you actually have your in fact clients and all.
Right. So on the B2B side, we primarily work with food and beverage manufacturers, right? So think about companies that make, colas, juices, yogurt, milkshakes, chocolates, sauces, condiments, candies. We have clients in all of those categories, in India as well as abroad.
That's nice. That's nice. And since we are talking a lot about that stevia as a product as a plant, so if you can also elaborate exactly what this plant is all about and how it is different from from a normal sugar.
Right. So stevia is a zero calorie, completely natural sweetener, right? And the sweetness comes from the leaves of this plant called Stevia erewhoniana. So this plant is a herb, and it's about 1.5 to 2 feet tall. Its leaves look very similar to tulsi, and that is why in Hindi we also call it meethi tulsi. It is a South American plant, but it's a tropical plant, so it grows well in India as well. We extract a sweet compound called stevia glycoside from the leaves of this plant that are extremely sweet, and then we formulate products, using this powder or using this mix. The differentiation is that apart from being 100% natural, it's zero calories and it's completely safe for everyone. So including pregnant women, children, anyone and everyone can have it. And there is a history of, stevia being used as a primary sweetener in countries like Japan and Korea for hundreds of years. In South America, people have been using it for, tens of thousands of, not tens of thousands, but tens of hundreds of years as well. So the history is there. And then scientifically as well, a lot of countries have actually studied it for decades before actually approving it as a food ingredient. So all of that safety is there, which is not the case with other, sugar alternatives available in the market that are primarily based on chemicals like aspartame or sucralose. In fact, there is increasing scientific evidence now that says, and that kind of connects these, sweeteners with health issues like, metabolic disorders, even cancer in some cases. So the safety is a big differentiator, and the sourcing is, like I said, that it's completely natural. It's 100% natural.
I think you have in fact charted in a very undiversified, in a very I would say a very uncharted territory and altogether, and getting into a new in fact product altogether. So right now, what are the various challenges you are facing for your brand when it comes to farming and when it comes to promoting? So if you can talk little bit about the the overall challenges which you are
Yes.
facing.
So the challenges were multifold, right? In fact, we had challenges, in every step and in every aspect, because this is a fairly new space globally, and for India, I mean, this industry is hardly, a few years old. So right from actually getting the agri part of it right, which is finding the right planting variety, having, developing a right partnership model with farmers, that works for everybody and for all the stakeholders. It has to be a win-win model if you want it to be sustainable. So agri was a big challenge because this was a new crop. So whenever we went to farmers, I mean, they had a lot of apprehensions, because this was a new crop for them. They had not done it before. And, a lot of people come with a lot of promises to farmers, and then in a lot of cases, they get conned as well. So farmers in general are very apprehensive, and we don't blame them for it because, they have burned their fingers before. So that was a very difficult part for us to manage because we had to develop that confidence, and to do that we actually turned farmers ourselves. We had to set up demonstration farms and kind of slowly show them that we were going to stay here and we are not an external company. We have our offices here, we have our base here, and we are ourselves growing the same plant. So developing that confidence was quite challenging, and that is the reason that we had to kind of become farmers ourselves as well. That was that. Then, operating in UP was also a challenge. Some of our, farms and some of our propagation facilities were attacked. We never found out why, what was the reason, but they were attacked. Our employees were threatened. So things like that also happened, when we went to the rural areas. And then the technology as well, right? So most of the stevia currently available in the market is coming from China, and they use a very chemically loaded process there in China. So what we wanted to do was develop a better and cleaner process, which was a challenge as well. I mean, we could have easily gone to China and get that technology off the shelf, but we decided to go the harder way, and we developed a new, better technology in house that is proprietary to us. And we use, that organically certifiable technology to do extraction in house as well. So that was another thing. I mean, I can go on and on about
Absolutely fine. Yeah.
but yeah.
That's great. No, since you are right now, in fact, you are right now growing your crops in right now in Uttar Pradesh. So, are you also looking to, in fact, expand to various other states in India
Yes,
in
we are
terms of
already.
manufacturing the crop somewhere else as well?
Yeah. So we're growing the crop already in other states. We
Okay,
have, expanded to Jharkhand already last year, and this year we are going to Madhya Pradesh as well. The production and the extraction will primarily happen here in UP only, where we have our production plant currently, but the farming will be diversified.
that's nice. So once you expand, there is also a lot of, in fact, investment which is required for it. So are you
Yeah.
also looking in terms of funding right now, and are you looking for investors, or it is all about bootstrapping and uh, funding from your own side?
Right. So we have raised money, right? We have raised about $3.5 million from institutional investors. And we have invested our own money as well in the initial days. But in terms of executing our current plans of expanding the production capacity, we have the funding sorted.
That's great. That's, in fact, it is a good news for you.
Yeah.
That's nice. If you have to say in terms of about your vision, where do you foresee your company in next 5 years down the line? Are you looking to expand more, and what is your vision next 5 years?
Right. So, like I said, that even in the introduction, I mentioned that we are a plant biotechnology platform, right? And that is how we see, Arboreal developing in the next 5 years. Not limiting ourselves to just stevia, but we will be working on other natural products as well. And over the last 5 years, we have actually developed that base, that team, and the know-how to actually that we feel that we can now kind of transfer, into other products as well. So that is where we'll be going, and we see ourselves as being one of the leading suppliers of natural products and stevia specifically to the world from India.
That's great. And if you have to talk about in terms of the competition, so are you facing competition as well in this space?
Yeah, so the competition is actually coming up, and that's good, good news, because we feel that competition shows that more activity is happening, and the market is big enough, right, for multiple players to exist. But like I said, that stevia in itself is in a very nascent stage. It's a very new industry in itself for India. It's hardly 6-7 years old. It even got the FSCI approval only in 2015 November, and that is when the markets opened up. And before that, you couldn't even sell it. Right? So it's fairly new. The competition is coming up. More and more players are coming up in this space. But I think as a B2B manufacturer, that's really good news for us. The more people use it, I mean, the better for us.
Okay. And no, we are right now living in a, in fact, pandemic, and no, we have got this, COVID challenge which is there. So how as a, in fact, how as a startup you are right now, coping with this challenge,
Right.
and
So,
also, has it also, in fact, impacted you as a brand?
yeah, definitely. I think COVID has had an impact on every single industry, and except probably a very few, everything else has been affected negatively. So some parts of our business, were, did see that negative impact. But luckily, there were some, parts and aspects that were positively affected as well. So, for example, the B2C brand that we have, Magic Leaf, that saw a really good uptake from the consumers, because during the entire COVID period, when people started, talking about health and eating healthy, a lot of people started cooking themselves, right? And then when you start cooking yourself, you start noticing what ingredient you're putting, right, in your food. And you start making more conscious decisions around what ingredients you buy, and where is it sourced from, how is it made, and all those things. So that worked in our favor, and the B2C brand picked up faster than what we thought, during the COVID period. So B2B was slowed down, got slowed down a little bit, but B2C was accelerated.
That's very nice. So, I would also like to ask you in the end, in terms of, would you like to give some tips in terms of all the budding startups who are planning to start something on their own? Is there some kind of a, tip which you would like to give to them?
Right. So I always, I have the same question, same answer to this question always, which is that just do it, right? Even, having been in this space, I've realized that whenever you try your hands on something new, there are just so many things that you discover, right? And a lot of these things are not taught, right, in colleges or in schools, or you don't even read them in books. I mean, you can only learn them on the job. And so it's important to just get into it and then figure out figure out a way to make it work.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, I would say. And once again, thank you very much for your, in fact, precious time. And we would like to
Sure.
see your startup growing, and wish you all the best once again from our end.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.